Welcome to another edition of Let's Play Ring of Honor 2015. We are back following one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year thus far, as the table was set at Supercard of Honor. The bar was raised when Adam Cole and AJ Styles locked horns. The score was settled between Briscoe and Welsh, and the Young Bucks finally got their title shot against the Kingdom. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you didn't see Supercard of Honor 5. So click the link in the top right section of your screen right now to tune in and watch Supercard of Honor 5 and get your recap of what you're seeing right here, right now, on Ring of Honor TV. As you can tell, I booked out most of the show, if not all of the show. But I'm going to book out one more segment, and that is right here. Jay Briscoe and as you can tell, Roderick Strong kicks off the night with a pre-show match against Rich Money, and Roddy is the victor against Rich Money in a pretty decisive fashion, and a solid match. Roddy showing maybe the same thing that the Addiction showed at the pay-per-view, why they should be included on Ring of Honor TV. But either way, we kick off tonight's broadcast with Kevin Kelly and Nigel McGuinness welcoming us back to Ring of Honor television after the ruckus pay-per-view that we saw over the weekend, where you'll have to watch the video to find out what happened. But the one thing we know for sure is that Jay Briscoe and Homicide are with the Young Bucks over in Japan doing some work for New Japan Pro Wrestling, and that is why Jay is not here tonight for Ring of Honor television, but will be back next week to go face to face with his #1 contender, Rob Echoes. And we will get a clearer picture of when Rob will face Jay for the world title. But you will find out more about that later tonight. So let's jump right into Ring of Honor television. And it kicks off tonight with Rob Echoes going one-on-one with Trevor Lee in the opening match tonight. As if you remember, Rob Echoes was the one back at Validation who defeated Kyle O'Reilly to win the 16-man single elimination tournament and earn a shot against either ROH champion of his choice. And he chose, back at Supercard of Honor, he made his decision that he will face Jay Briscoe for the Ring of Honor world title. So this could be a sign of things to come. Yes, Trevor Lee is nothing like Jay Briscoe, but still, it is a sign of things to come, or could be, when it comes to Rob Echoes here in a Ring of Honor. But following his match, he takes the mic and goes off on what he's going to do once he gets in the ring with the ROH, the resident redneck from Sandy Fork, Delaware, the ROH world champion, Jay Briscoe. And he ends his interview saying, or promo rather, saying that he will be the Ring of Honor World's Heavyweight Champion. Now we move to some pre-taped footage of Jay Briscoe with Truth Martini. Jay Briscoe bumps into Truth and asks him what was up with Jay Lethal interfering in his match back at Supercard of Honor against Welsh, because Jay Briscoe says he didn't need Jay Lethal's help, and all Truth says is it was nothing. It had nothing to do with giving you help. What it had to do with was putting you on notice. Because, Jay Briscoe, you are not the real champion. And Jay Lethal will prove that very soon, that he is the only real champion in Ring of Honor. Tension and a brazen statement by Truth Martini with nobody around. He could have easily been taken out by Jay Briscoe, but Jay just tells Truth, tell Jay Lethal to man up, because I ain't in for, something Jay Briscoe would say that I'm not going to say in this video. We move forward with the next match tonight as Mark Briscoe steps into the ring against Jimmy Jacobs, and I'm aware that both Mark and Jimmy have been very underutilized this year by me thus far, but this year is just getting started. We are only 4 months in. I guarantee you that they will not still be considered underutilized by the time we reach Final Battle in December. But either way, Mark Briscoe gets the victory over the mysterious Jacobs tonight on Ring of Honor. But he can't celebrate that long as Jamin Olivencia comes out, and it seems to be that Jamin Olivencia was only acting as bait for Briscoe to be distracted by him, as two maxed guards along with Welsh attack Mark Briscoe from behind, and the shock from the fans is jaw-dropping, because nobody understands what's going on. Nobody expected this. Nobody knows who these people are outside of Welsh, or why they're here, and what business they have with Mark Briscoe. Because fact is, Mark isn't the one who beat Welsh. Jay is, but I guess Jay isn't here, so that could be why Jamin and the guards, as well as Welsh, attacked Mark. If you don't know who Jamin Olivencia is in the coming weeks, you'll find out, I promise. All you gotta do is tune in. But if you didn't tune in, well, now it's your opportunity to get a recap, because here's the video recap of what happened at Supercard of Honor. The only thing that's missing is the ending to get you to go back and watch. But we can tell you this: it didn't end clean, and that is the cause for concern this tonight as AJ Styles faces Adam Cole in the rematch. And this time around, AJ Styles is victorious with surprisingly no interference on the part of the Kingdom, like we saw at Supercard of Honor a few days ago. But what we do know is AJ and Adam Cole, look at the rating, they can tear the house down. And you might say that's not really tearing the house down, but for a company with limited popularity, with limited talent, with actual popularity, right now, for me, that's tearing the house down. Eventually, the rating will be higher, but for right now, that's a good rating. But either way, things are far from finished between Adam Cole and AJ Styles, but not just Adam Cole and AJ Styles, but the Kingdom and the Bullet Club in general. But for tonight, it's over. And as you can tell, we did pretty well. We did pretty well for the rating wise, and our show increased, and our popularity increased in 7 regions just with this show. And I want to know what you thought the best part of the show was, the worst part of the show was, and what you thought you could have done better. Because and leave it down in the comment section below. But if you didn't dislike anything, then there's no reason why you can't like the video. And if you want to see more content just like this, then subscribe to the channel, because Wrestling Express is the only place for that. I hope you enjoyed. Till next time. Later.